Most of us know Mount Everest is the highest point on Earth, right? But its real story is so much bigger than just a single peak. So, today we're going to go on a journey, not just to a place on a map, but right into the heart of the legend, the culture, and the geography of the roof of the world.
So, let's kick things off with a question that feels, well, almost mythical. If you could stand at the very edge of our world, where the ground just gives way to the sky, where would that place even be? Well, you'd be right here. At a staggering 8,848 and 86 meters, that's over 29,000 feet above sea level, by the way. This is the exact spot where that huge mythical question meets a very real and very, very cold reality. But this is more than just a measurement. It's a legend, one that's been carved in ice and stone, and it's captured our imagination for centuries. And that really brings us to the core of what we're exploring. Because asking where this place is, that's about more than just finding a spot on Google Maps. The answer tells a story written in the geography itself. Okay, so let's get precise. We're going to move from the myth right onto the map and actually pinpoint this giant on the globe. At the highest level, the summit of Mount Everest literally acts as a natural border. It straddles the line between Nepal to the south and the Tibetan Autonomous Region of China to the north. And hey, for those of you who need the exact coordinates for your adventure bucket list, here you go. This single point is, quite literally, the highest piece of ground on planet Earth. Now, if we zoom in on the Nepali side, you find something really crucial. The most famous approach to the summit, it all begins inside Sagarmatha National Park. And this isn't just any park, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which means it's recognized for its incredible natural and cultural importance. And you've got to understand, Everest isn't flying solo out there, not at all. It's the centerpiece of this spectacular mountain range called the Mahalangir Himal. It's a true amphitheater of giants. You've got Lhotse right there, the world's fourth highest peak, the crazy ice walls of Nuptse, and the pyramid-shaped Makalu, which is the fifth highest. But look, geography, that only tells half the story. To truly understand where Everest is, you have to understand the people who call its slopes home. We're entering the land of the Sherpa. This is the Khumbu region, the ancestral homeland of the Sherpa people. Their name actually means people from the east, a little nod to their migration from Tibet centuries ago. And today, their strength, their warmth, and their just unbelievable skill in the mountains are legendary in the world of exploration. Long before it was named Everest by a British surveyor, this mountain was sacred to the people who lived in its shadow. In Nepal, it's called Sagarmatha, the goddess of the sky, and to the Tibetans, it's Chomolungma, the goddess mother of the world. Both names just show this deep spiritual connection they have to the landscape. Now get this altitude in your head, 3,440 meters or just over 11,200 feet, because at this elevation, tucked away high in the mountains, you'll find the very heart of the Khumbu region. And this is it, Namche Bazaar. It's the vibrant, bustling hub for trekkers and climbers, a pretty amazing town just carved right into a horseshoe-shaped hillside. This is where you acclimatize, you resupply, and you often get your first absolutely stunning view of the high peaks, usually over a hot cup of tea. So all of this, it leads to the journey itself. For thousands of trekkers every single year, the ultimate goal is to walk that legendary path to Everest Base Camp. The modern trek usually starts with, a heart-pounding flight to Lukla, which is home to one of the world's most dramatic runways. From there, the real journey begins. A 12 to 14-day trek. You wind through Sherpa villages and rhododendron forests. You cross these high suspension bridges just draped in prayer flags. And the whole thing culminates right here, at Everest Base Camp. You're standing at the foot of the goddess, at an altitude of over 17,500 feet. As you can imagine, timing is everything in the Himalayas. There are basically two prime seasons for this journey. Spring, from March to May, offers really stable weather and you get to see all the spring flowers blooming. And then there's autumn, from September to November. That's right after the monsoon, so it leaves behind this crisp air and just crystal clear skies. So, after all the coordinates, all the altitudes and logistics, we arrive at a much deeper truth. Where is Everest? Well, the answer, it turns out, is more than just a mountain. It's an experience that grabs all your senses. It's the crunch of the snow under your boots, the sharp bite of the thin air in your lungs, the absolutely humbling scale of the world around you. It's a feeling that stays with you long, long after you've descended. And that's really the ultimate answer to our question. To know where Everest is to understand its geography, its culture, and the profound human journey it inspires. It's the experience of feeling incredibly small in the presence of something truly vast and eternal.
Which leaves us with one final thought. The journey to Everest is, for so many people, a defining one. It makes you wonder, what journey, big or small, will be the one that defines you?